Before you spend any 1939 Lincoln wheat penny, stop and look at it very carefully. Most people think this old coin is worth only 1 cent. But some 1939 wheat pennies have sold for hundreds of dollars and even thousands of dollars. A top-quality 1939 penny with full original red color can bring over $1,000, and some of the finest certified examples have sold for several $1,000s. That is why collectors pay close attention to this date. The surprising part is that many valuable 1939 pennies look almost the same as ordinary ones. A small mint error, a rare variety, or an unusually high grade can make a huge difference in value. Many people spend these coins without checking them first. That is exactly why you should watch this entire video. Later, we will look at the errors, the rare varieties, and the details that collectors want to see before paying big money. The 1939 Lincoln wheat penny was made during an important time in American history. The country was still recovering from the Great Depression, and major events were taking place around the world. Millions of pennies were needed for everyday use. These coins passed through stores, banks, businesses, and families all across the country. The Lincoln wheat cent had already been in production for 30 years by 1939. It first appeared in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln. The front of the coin shows Lincoln's portrait. The back shows 2 wheat stalks with the words 1 cent and United States of America. Because of these wheat stalks, collectors call it the wheat penny. The Philadelphia Mint struck more than 316 million 1939 pennies. The Denver Mint produced more than 15 million pieces. The San Francisco Mint struck more than 52 million pieces. These numbers may sound very large, but finding high-grade examples today is much harder than many people think. Most 1939 pennies entered circulation and stayed there for many years. They were used every day and became worn. Many were lost, damaged, cleaned, or thrown away. Because of this, truly nice examples are much scarcer today than the original mintages suggest. When collectors examine a 1939 wheat penny, the first thing they usually check is the mint mark. Look below the date on the front of the coin. If there is no mint mark, the coin was made in Philadelphia. If there is a D, it was made in Denver. If there is an S, it was made in San Francisco. The mint mark can affect value, especially in higher grades. While all 3 versions are collected, some become much harder to find in premium condition. Condition is one of the biggest factors that determine value. A heavily worn coin may be worth only a small amount. A coin with very little wear can be worth much more. A coin that still looks almost exactly as it did when it left the mint can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Collectors often use grading terms to describe condition. Good, very good, fine, very fine, extremely fine, about uncirculated, and mint state are common grades. The closer a coin is to mint state condition, the higher its value can become. One feature collectors love is original mint luster. This is the bright shine a coin has when it is first struck. Many old pennies have lost this shine after decades of use. A 1939 penny that still shows strong luster is usually much more desirable. Copper color also plays a major role in value. Professional grading companies divide copper coins into 3 color groups. Brown coins are listed as BN, red-brown coins are listed as RB. Red coins are listed as RD. A full red example is usually worth the most money. This is because most copper coins gradually become darker as they age. When a coin keeps most of its original red color for many decades, collectors become very interested. For example, a circulated 1939 penny may be worth only a few dollars. An uncirculated red example may be worth many times more. A top population coin graded near the highest levels can reach several $1,000s at auction. Now let's talk about errors because this is where many collectors find exciting discoveries. A double die error happens when part of the design appears doubled. This can affect letters, numbers, or other design elements. Strong doubling is usually easier to see with magnification. Valuable double die coins often attract serious collector interest. Another error is the off-center strike. This happens when the blank coin is not properly centered during striking. Part of the design may be missing. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the more collectors usually like it, especially if the date remains visible. A broad strike error occurs when the coin is struck without the retaining collar. The result is a coin that appears wider than normal. These errors can be quite collectible. A clipped planchet error occurs before striking. Part of the metal blank is missing because of a mistake during the cutting process. After the coin is struck, a curved section appears missing from the edge. Collectors also search for die cracks. A die crack appears as a raised line on the coin because the mint die developed a crack. Some die cracks are small. Others become large and dramatic. A die break is an even more advanced form of die damage. When part of the die breaks away, unusual raised areas may appear on the coin. Strong die breaks often receive significant attention from error collectors. Strike quality is another important factor. Not every 1939 wheat penny was struck with equal force. Some examples show weak details. Others display very sharp details. Strongly struck coins are usually preferred by collectors. When examining the front of the coin, look closely at Lincoln's hair above the ear. Strong hair detail often suggests less wear. Also check the cheek and jaw area. These are some of the first places where wear becomes visible. On the reverse, inspect the wheat stalks carefully. The lines within the wheat should be sharp on better examples. Weak lines may indicate wear or a weaker strike. Many people wonder if cleaning a coin increases its value. In most cases, the answer is no. Cleaning usually reduces collector value. Professional collectors prefer original surfaces. A cleaned coin often receives less interest than an untouched coin with natural aging. Storage also matters. Coins kept in dry and stable environments generally survive better than coins exposed to moisture and harsh conditions. Proper storage can help preserve color and surface quality. Another area that interests collectors is toning. Over time, copper develops different colors. Some coins become brown. Others display orange, red, blue, purple, or mixed shades. Attractive natural toning can sometimes increase value. When collectors buy expensive coins, they often rely on third-party grading services. These companies examine the coin, verify authenticity, assign a grade, and seal the coin in a protective holder. This process gives buyers more confidence. Many auction records for the 1939 wheat penny involve coins that were professionally graded. High-grade red examples have sold for strong prices because collectors compete for the best-known pieces. One reason top-grade examples are valuable is simple supply and demand. Millions were made, but very few survived in exceptional condition. As grades increase, the number of available coins becomes smaller and smaller. The 1939 D wheat penny received special attention from many collectors because Denver produced a much lower number than Philadelphia. High-grade examples can become difficult to locate. The 1939 S wheat penny is also popular. San Francisco coins often attract strong collector interest, especially when they display excellent color and sharp details. If you find a 1939 wheat penny today, start by checking the date and mint mark. Then inspect the color. Look for signs of wear. Examine the coin under magnification. Search for doubling, die cracks, clips, off-center strikes, and other unusual features. Do not assume a dark old penny has no value. Many important coins have been discovered in ordinary collections. Some were found in jars, old albums, inherited collections, and boxes that had not been opened for years. The market for Lincoln wheat pennies remains strong because these coins are affordable for new collectors and historically important for experienced collectors. Their long history, classic design, and variety of errors keep demand steady. Collectors continue searching through rolls, estate collections, and dealer inventories looking for overlooked examples. Every year, new discoveries are made. Some people find coins with rare errors. Others find unusually high-grade pieces that survived for decades without major damage. A careful examination can reveal details that most people miss. A tiny doubling on a letter. A small die crack. An unusual strike. Strong original red color. Any one of these features can separate a common coin from a much more valuable one. That is why the 1939 Lincoln wheat penny continues to attract attention from collectors around the world. Its history, collectible varieties, grading challenges, color designations, and error possibilities make it one of the most studied pennies in the wheat cent series.